So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Assignment Outer Space. This is going to be another Alpha Video 1960 Z-Raid sci-fi flick. I hated this movie. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. Thought it was boring as heck. A lot of dialogue and cheap special effects, including but not limited to a spaceship crashing or something going on. But instead of showing a spaceship crash, they cut it to a scene of a car exploding. So that gives you an idea of what kind of movie we're dealing with. It says on the Netflix sleeve that it's directed by some Italian auteur, cult auteur, which is kind of an insult. I never even heard of the guy. And I guess it's an Italian flick dubbed in English. I'm not really sure about that. But you can tell that it's dubbed in any case. Yeah, they say it's in Technicolor on the trailer, but the print is in horrible shape. A lot of the dialogue is missing, and the color is fading. So, yeah, whoever got a hold of this print must have found it in the corner of some dude's garage after the dog took a leak on it. Anyways, basically it's about this stowaway kind of reporter guy, I guess, on a rocket ship in the 22nd century. The only thing mildly interesting about this movie is that the captain of the rocket ship is a black dude with blonde hair. Anyways, so I guess they hibernate through space, and that's how they survive the hundreds of thousands of years it takes to travel through space. I'm not really sure about all the sci-fi aspects of this movie, but they use a lot of corny scientific sounding stuff when they're talking to each other, and the dialogue is really boring. Actually, I had to rewind a couple times just to try to figure out what they were saying to each other in the English dubbing, and which is pretty bad, by the way. So so they decide, I guess they figure out eventually that this spaceship is going to land, is going to create some kind of photon force and to disintegrate the Earth. I'm not really sure what's going on. And before that, they're just kind of floating around in space. I'm not sure how they do it, but they're able to float from one object to another in outer space. It's kind of interesting. Usually, if you're in outer space, you just kind of float into nowhere in particular. But these guys are able to propel themselves from one object to another. So they go to Venus. Apparently, they try to. Before that, they try to rescue some ship. And like I said, it crashes, but they still rescue the guy. I don't know how he survived, but it was quite miraculous. You see the car crash, and the guy lands in a puddle on some planet. And they come rescue him, scoop him out. Then they decide that there's this terrible craft that's going to disintegrate the Earth somehow. Don't ask me how. And meanwhile, the reporter falls in love with the lone lady on the other spaceship that they're on, and the captain of that spaceship is in love with her. He absolutely hates the reporter guy. So there's a little love triangle thing going on there, and I don't want to spoil the ending too much, but the rest of the movie is just concerned with saving planet Earth. And you can sort of guess what happens at the end. It was a lame ending, let's just put it that way. So that's about it. I really don't have too much else to say about this. I was very disappointed by this flick. But anyways, I'll try to get around to watching Monkey Shines this weekend, because I know my new Canadian fan wanted me to see Monkey Shines. And I should probably add Cul-de-sac. The 60s director Roman Polanski movie. Should probably check that out. Anyways, what else do I have in store? I'll have to look and see here. Give me a second. So I got the Monopoly game. Shop, play, win. Woohoo! I never won anything from this freaking game. But it's kind of fun to play anyway. Tickets actually stick to the game board when I lick them, so I don't have to use water from a cup anymore. Let's see what I got. X, the Man with the X-Ray Eyes. I think that's with Ray Mellon, Roger Corman deal. It should be pretty cool. Looking forward to that. I like Roger Corman, Ray Mellon kind of deals. I think they work together to do Buried Alive kind of movie. So, pretty cool. Then I've got The Tomb of Ligeia and An Evening of Edgar Allan Poe. Vincent Price. I'm looking forward to that too. 3 hours and 4 minutes. That should keep me busy. I don't know if I have time to check out Monkey Shines, but I'll try. So anyways, not a good flick. I'm not going to recommend it. I'm not going to say check it out. I'm not going to post the trailer in the description box. The one thing that surprised me on this disc was there was actually a trailer on this, which is very unusual for Alpha Video to put a trailer on their DVD. So that kind of took me by surprise. Usually it's just the catalog and that's it. The catalog is pretty cool though. I like the cover art, but not a good flick. I've seen a lot better Alpha videos than this, so definitely skip it. Don't check it out later.